Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Patty G Show. It's a fun one, it's a lively one. It is a great time here with Max. No introductions are needed. Enjoy the show. Thank you again to our wonderful sponsors that bring you this episode and all others each and every week. Falio Real Estate, Lakeman's Health Center, Cortex, and PB&J Productions.
Nice. Did we start? Have we already started?
Sure.
Have we been starting?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Cool.
He just tells me, we're out of film.
The film is gone. Reload the reel. That's great, man. Very cool. So you're a CPA.
I am a CPA.
I'm sorry about that, man.
Well, I know. Me too.
No, I'm so thankful you are, because if there weren't you in the world, there couldn't be people like me. I could never do that job.
It is a unique job.
And
it's one of those where it's like you walk in and you say, hey, I'm with your organization, and they're like, okay, great, like you're gonna be creative and do all this cool stuff. That's awesome. I walk in and it's like, hey, I'm a CPA. They're like, I trust you with my life. Yeah. And I'm like, hang on now. Whoa.
We're talking spreadsheets here.
Yeah, like,
can you calm down?
Yeah, but it's true. And then they look and like they almost treat like every answer you give as finite, and then they also expect it to be like 100% right. And then like you give them the best answer I always give people when they ask me like off the street, like someone stops me, oh, you're a CPA, like, and they ask me this random off the wall question. I'm just like, well, it depends.
Right.
You're like, what do you mean? And like, no, it's a yes. There's a yes or no question.
Can you help me lower my taxable income? Well,
it depends.
It depends. Yeah.
So now that's my answer. I got a buddy that'll call me like 4 or 5 times a year, same as you call Elon. And he asked me like,
call you April 11th.
Yeah. Well,
come on, Carl.
He's like, hey man, so can I do this deduction? I'm like, well, it depends. He goes, no, like just tell me. I'm like, well, I don't know your whole tax situation.
Yeah.
Could be yes, could be no, could be maybe, could be. We'll figure it out.
Are we yes? Are we not? What?
Yeah. So it's like I don't know all this. And so then I always have to ask him all the questions. And I got to the point where somebody was like, okay, stop asking me questions and just give me an answer. And I'm like, I can give you an answer when I have enough questions asked.
Okay, here's what we need to do. You need to make an AI of yourself for all those dumb questions. So I'm sure like they have AI for you internally, like, right?
Oh,
like,
I've done a whole podcast on dinosaurs. I never said a word.
There you go. Incredible. Sorry.
Patty GPT.
So
Patty GPT.
Unbelievable. But like, I'm sure in your trade, like accountants have an AI that's helping them get to whatever faster. Like it's probably helping you do the lift on.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like helping you get to a more accurate read on a P&L or whatever. Just like lawyer, like there's something, I think it's like GCAI, General Counsel AI. It's like lawyers pay $10,000 a year for an AI tailored to their flavor of law.
Cool.
You need to make an AI for people who ask you those stupid questions so they'll stop asking you stupid questions.
Well, but here's the trouble with it, right? So you have your Chat GPTs, you have your Google, and you enter all those questions and all those prompts.
Right.
And they give you an answer. And at the very end of all of it always says consult your tax professional.
For sure.
And then when I do it, I get the same response. It says consult your tax professional. And I respond, that's me.
I am that.
I am the tax professional.
I am. Where do we go from here?
And it's just like recalculating.
Yep. So
it's a struggle. Yeah. But, we have a very lively house. I'm a CPA. My wife's a PE. She's a professional engineer.
Okay.
So
come on.
Very lively dinner discussions.
Let's go. Two left brainers in one household.
And then I do the podcast.
And you got this.
And have a production company.
You got all your bases covered.
That's right. Look, graduated from LSU with a bachelor's in accounting and a bachelor's in entrepreneurship.
Come on. It's awesome, man. I graduated LSU with bachelor's in psychology.
And how did you get doing what you're doing?
Oh, man. I wish I knew. I was always the kid in class at LSU. It's like, hey, we have a class project. Like, and everyone's like, okay, we'll get together and like do the class project. And I was like, yeah, but we could. Or what if how about we make like an Arabic rap video or something? And so I was always just like I had this one class project, and there's this professor that, didn't care. We kind of were at odds a little bit.
Yeah, we'll redact the name.
Yeah, and I think he still works there. So, in fact, I know he does. But he had this obsession with this like really obscure like 90s kind of like jazz fusion singer And so I did like, this is like peak Office. Like Office is like, this is peak Office.
Office is always peak.
Always,
Let's
yes.
be clear.
Yeah, but culturally, like, it was like still running live, you know. And so we did like a of course like a mockumentary Office style where like I played the teacher. It was like for a film class project. I played him, and it was just a total asshat. And yeah, he let it slide though. So he could
Like
take.
you portrayed him?
Oh yeah, like as annoyingly. Not like, you know,
like Michael on steroids.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, but just like in like all his isms, all his teachers, like little idiosyncrasies, and so yeah, I always found myself doing these like just stupid projects, and like growing up, of course, like if you're a '90s kid, like you watch Jackass, and so like all my friends and I were like stealing my mom's camera and making like stupid Jackass videos, like falling out of like trying to duct tape trash cans to skateboards, like breaking our tailbone, or like.
Did that really happen?
Eating cat food. Oh yeah.
Wait, you'll really? Okay, let's go down the list of.
Oh man, yeah, my friend. Shout out to my buddy, my childhood friend Chase, who's a cop now in Texas. Just a great dude. My buddy growing up. Oh yeah, man, we would just like jump off of tree houses into trampolines and into pools, and I mean just like typical '90s kids, just insanity, just stupid things. And there's one video where we put my parents' trash can on a skateboard and tried to push him off the curb like into a ditch, and just went whop, just like, man, I can to this day I can hear it.
You hear the tailbone cracking.
Gosh, yeah.
Was he in the trash can or on the trash can?
In the trash can. It was so bad, so dumb. So yeah, always just like making videos as a kid, but like I started LSU pre-med and. Realized very quickly that organic chemistry is not my forte. I think I started pre-med because I had a lot of doctors in the family on my dad's side, and I kind of felt this. I was pretty aimless at that time. I didn't really have like clear conviction on what I wanted to do. I was like, oh, well, they're doing this, and this probably would please them, and this is like a noble thing. So, but it wasn't like I have this call, like I want to be a doctor, and it wasn't that way with film either. It was just kind of like I was always kind of creative, always. Kind of a natural, like if I saw not a power vacuum, but if I saw an opportunity to lead, I would kind of step in and lead whatever it was, Boy Scout troops, class project. So didn't need to be the leader, but if there wasn't one presenting itself, I'd always kind of naturally rise to the occasion. And always kind of creative, being silly. And then college, like I managed a band and started a lawn company and started branding these things. And then like senior year, one of my two best friends, a guy named Rob Treppendahl and Bowman Hitchens, Bowman and Rob kind of had this itch to do this like really epic adventure after graduation. They were at Ole Miss. I was here. And we had this idea separate of one another, which was, hey, what if we like kayak the Mississippi River? And so they had that idea, and they were talking about it over fall break. And Rob's from here, so he would like come back intermittently for, visit family in St. Francisville. And I had that idea sitting downtown right there with a buddy of mine. And so I brought it up to Rob, like, hey man, like I graduate in 5-6 months, none of us really have like jobs planned or like internships. Like what if we just did this, 2 weeks, 2 months, some kind of epic adventure. Let's kayak the Mississippi River. Like, that's not any more fun than like walking across America or being on a bike all day.
With GoPros, obviously.
That's right. They actually sponsored us. Yeah,
Did they really? Like
it was like their GoPro 2, or it was like old school. Yeah.
Okay, so keep going down this. Okay.
Right. So I was at LSU, and I figured, man, like this is going to be a trip of a lifetime. I should record it somehow. I should document it. And but then we were like, okay, this is pretty self-serving. Like it's an epic thing to do, but like that's a pretty small story if it's just about us. Like what if we actually pointed this spectacle of us like doing this great thing like for others, right? That's like, I think the right thing to do. And so we raised money for the Gardier Community Christian School here in town, and a ministry in Oxford as well. We ended up raising like almost $50,000. It was great. It was crazy. So many people donated. Folks at Lamar, a lot of Baton Rouge businesses and a lot of individuals, a lot of families, friends. And so, we took this crazy trip and we kayaked the Mississippi River, and I took pictures and videoed it. It's crazy.
So you took pictures and videos. How did GoPro get involved?
We were just reaching out to everyone, trying to get sponsored. We got sponsored by GoPro. We got our yak sponsor. We got our gear. I mean, we got pretty much everything. Yeah, I mean, I think I just literally just like emailed them. I mean, a typical piss and vinegar of a 22-year-old,
yeah,
entrepreneur. And I was like, but I had no really vision other than like, we're doing this document. We're going to do this epic feature documentary. That never happened. Spoiler alert. We never did it. We did
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's like, I had never shot anything in my life. I think I'd filmed like maybe 2 weddings, and they're so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad. Now, granted, they pay me what, $800, $1,000 or something, so you get what you pay for. But I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I didn't even know. Like, thank God the 5D Mark II came like natively on 2398, because like it could have come out of the box 30p, and all the footage would have been complete garbage. So when I tell you I didn't know what I was doing, I had no idea what I was doing. So it made for some fun memories. And in retrospect, if I had any sense of awareness, like we would have been posting to Instagram every day. This was like when Instagram was still like, oh, my friend
on the rise, yeah,
like featured creator. They're human beings doing cool things in earnest, and not the garbage that is now. So we just we didn't know. We were just trying to survive each day. It's crazy. So yeah, that was how I got started.
So did you film it? Did you not?
Yeah,
film it? Did you not take the trip at all? Like
did the trip, 2,300 miles, 61 days.
Holy smokes!
It's in Lake Itasca. It's in Minnesota, just south of the Canadian border. We finished on the moonwalk in Jackson Square. Pulled out right there at St. Charles Cathedral, and we did the whole thing, and we didn't die. And we did film. We filmed, but like again, the pace we were going was really prohibitive to filming, because we had 61 days. We had a hard window to finish it. And I also had no idea what I was doing. And so, yeah, we filmed for sure, like little blogs and vlogs and moments, but not enough, nowhere near enough for like a film. But they're really sweet memories. They're really great. And I learned a lot.
What was your tight deadline on 61 days?
One of the guys, Bowman, he had one more semester at Ole Miss.
So he had to get back to school.
So we finished on a Saturday. He had to start school on Monday. Yeah, it was crazy.
Was he like scheduling his classes in the
He was that, and he was engaged. He was like planning a wedding.
Oh god.
And scheduling his classes, and it was great, man. I had dreadlocks like down to here and full on pirate. It was crazy. It was so much fun. Yeah.
So what looks do you get going down the Mississippi River in a kayak?
Oh man. I mean, so another thing important. We camped every night. We slept outside every night. So we didn't sleep inside, because the ministry in Oxford was for homeless youth in Oxford. So we were like, well, we want to identify with the cause and have some semblance of connection and authenticity. So it wasn't so much going down the river. It was more like when we would, busk into town or hitchhike into town. I mean, I'm not a small human, and we all were, bearded and sweaty and gross and dreadlocked and stinky, and we're a sight to behold. Not a good one.
I bet you walking carrying a kayak on your shoulder, they were just like,
yeah,
where are you from, sir?
And we'd lock them up. So we'd like lock them up by a tree and say a prayer over them and just hitchhike into town. These are sea kayaks. They're 16, 15 feet. They're huge.
Yeah,
so
they're big. There's
no bringing them with. Yeah, we had this one time we were at McDonald's, and this old man, in earnest, so sweet, was like, you boys know Jesus? We're like, yeah, that's kind of why we're doing all this. And he's like, let me tell you about Jesus. We're like, sir, okay, listen, we're exhausted. We just woke up. 2, like, we're on the same team here. He just like proceeded to like evangelize to us. We're just like, dude, like he couldn't get past how haggard we looked. It must have looked that he was just not convinced.
Like, you need Jesus in your life. And you're like, we're kind of doing in this like, whole thing for that.
We're kind of living exactly how he did. Just he could walk on the water. We're floating on it. So there's that. But yeah, it was just our appearance was so, you're clearly not from here, and you're probably not okay. People just, but it also worked in our favor, because people would
mess with you.
Give us a ride into town and buy us dinner, or throw us a 20 spot here and there for food. And so it was awesome. Most of the time, overwhelmingly, like, we never had any issues. People were just really kind and willing to help, which is really cool.
Now see, that's the story.
Yeah, it is.
That's the story.
For sure. Yeah,
People you meet down in Mississippi.
It was called Awaken the Current. Shout out to Jeremy. So Jeremy Bate and them, YOLO, back in the day, they did our first website. And it was all like, this website was incredible. It was like a one pager, so well designed. They won all these awards, and they did it for next to nothing. And they were down for the cause. So, and my good buddy Jadles, he did our logo and branding for it. So yeah, it's called Awaken the Current. It was great. And that's kind of how I kind of wet my beak with video and videography.
So where do you go from there?
Man, a lot. Too many weddings, my friend's dad has this thing, would you do this thing? And hey, could you come film this thing pro bono? And just saying yes to everything. I think it just like, you just got to get the reps in. You got to, like young filmmakers ask, like, and I feel like I'm still very much in this phase, but how do you know, like, what's the best advice? I'm like, just go make stuff. Like, you have to, like, everyone has just so much crap in there. Like, you don't know if you're any good or not, so you just like fail a lot. And like, you just have to make things to see what you have in you and what you're capable of and what you're good at and what you're really bad at. So I just was really bad for a considerable amount of time figuring things out. And somewhere along the way, learned some things and then had some opportunities break our way. And that turned into, like, you know, higher end weddings or better weddings or weddings with more scope, which allowed us to do more. And then I had a business partner, Drew Miller, a close friend of mine to this day, and we were trying to figure it out together. And a business partner, Murray, who bought out not long after. And then Drew got married, and we were fresh out of college, living off of ramen and not lies, but ramen and bravado, put it that way. And Drew's like, yeah, guys, I need to like make money. I'm like, yes, you do. You have a life now. Please go do that. Yeah. So
we can all live here and be okay with it together.
That's right.
If you had your wife in the mix, she won't like it.
That's right. So bought him out for $1 and a handshake deal because we were just figuring things out. But eventually, I think like anything, like, you put your head down long enough and you try to fail, at least in the same direction at something, you're going to get better at it. And got better at it. And, it's funny. I was like going through doing some like data management and like clearing up files the other day. I found some stuff like deep in the recesses of like iCloud that I didn't even know was there, like iCloud documents or something, or iCloud storage. And like, I was reading through like old proposals or bids or treatments. From like my first year, and I'm like, how did you even know how to do that, man? I was so impressed with young me. But then I was also cringing because it was so bad. just the blind, ignorant confidence of like, good for him, but what an idiot.
Look, sometimes,
do you know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Like you die, you're like, oh, yeah.
Well, not even like so that, right? But then looking through like old proposals or old like things you submitted to potential clients, and you look at it, and like my first response on a few I've gone back on is like, dude, how were you gonna do that if they said yes?
Oh, dude.
You had no plan. But in my mind, I'm like, if I don't put it on paper, they don't know I can do it.
Bro,
nor do I actually.
I found a scope for a project. I don't even know who it was for. Like going to Africa for this project with like a crew of 3 for like days. And I think the whole entire budget was like $10,000.
You can't fly to Africa for 10 grand.
How dumb were you? This is why I'm not a CPA. Like, I don't do well with these things. I've come a long way. But yeah, man, just the earnestness and the ignorance of not knowing better. And I mean, like now, I think about these, man, speaking of golly, this just brought back, I mean, you want to talk about failures. I had an incredible opportunity to pitch to Sotheby's in New Orleans. This really cool concept. And we were so proud of it. Oh, I can still see like the frames in my head of like what we're going to do. It was a long time ago. And go to the pitch, bro. Like, think I crushed this pitch. Like, hanging on every word. And then at the end of it, the guy goes, You should probably learn how to spell your client's company's name before you pitch to them. I had it spelled Sotheby's.
Spelled Sotheby's?
Like with a U. South. Like Sotheby, not Sotheby's. Sotheby's. And he just walked out of the boardroom. Like that was his no. And I walked out with every ounce of confidence in me completely destroyed. And
obliterated.
Learn that lesson. Check. I mean, just like
a simple review.
Just so yeah, but so thankful for stuff like that. Just you can't fail. You can't fail if you don't try. So failure is just part of it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's learning what didn't work.
That's right. So yeah. Where do we go from here? Guess where was I? So I did the trip.
Yeah, you did the trip.
It's great. Started bullshitting and making videos for X, Y, and Z. And then my
weddings.
Say again?
So a lot of weddings.
A lot of weddings, yeah. And then I think like what really kind of changed the game was, so in 2012, my wife, before we were married, we dated for a short while, and then we broke up. And not long after that, she was on a road trip from Washington State, Pacific Northwest, back down home to Louisiana. She was riding with a friend who had just wrapped up a fellows program there. And we were passing through Colorado, and they went to go see Batman, the midnight premiere of Batman.
Midnight premiere of Batman.
Yes.
She was in there.
And so, yeah, James Holmes came in and opened fire. And before, she knows it, she was 18 at the time, just on a whim, passing through Colorado, finds herself in a mass shooting in a movie theater. All the things that we all imagine that it would be, people crying, screaming, tear gas, fire alarms going off, shooting. She gets shot in her left knee with an AR-15. And what you can imagine, and I'll put it this way, I was having this conversation with my buddy Jordy about this, and our close friends Stuart Miller about this, is like when we imagine a worst case scenario, something that happened, or something that we're afraid might happen to us. Like, it's very rare that God is in the hypotheticals, meaning I can tell you the story now. You can think about, that, and God, certainly in light of this week. And you think all the same things anyone thinks, like, oh, there's the horror of it all. What you can't do in the hypothetical is interpose and embody the deep peace my wife felt. Like supernatural. Like God gave her this. She describes it as like being wrapped up in a warm blanket, and not like a shock or trauma response. Like it was a supernatural outpouring of actual peace. And she was like, I thought for sure that was it. Like that was it. Bleeding out, her knee, absolutely destroyed. And she's like, I made peace, and God gave me that peace, and I just, whether I'm dying now or able to get out, that's okay. She was really okay. And then the shooter's gun jammed, and the gentleman named Chris Lakota, a local there from Colorado, ran in and saw the shooter, and then saw my wife. He was going to go run and tackle him and, snap his neck, but he saw my wife on the ground because she was trying to walk, but she couldn't. And he scooped her up and took her out.
Wow.
Helped save her life, and got her to safety, and was able to get her to first responders, and they were able to get her to the hospital and save her leg and save her life. And
holy smokes.
Yeah. So I say all that to say that that's a big, obviously was and is a huge part of our story. And we reunited not long after that, drive her to and from physical therapy, and we were just really good friends. And when I say we dated prior, it was pretty, she was really young. I was older, but still very mature and young. And It was only like for like a month. It was very short lived, but I was like all in. I was like done. But in the process of dating and outworking, I had this idea of like, man, what if I like propose in a movie theater, like in a non-traumatic, really thoughtful, redeeming way? Like, would that be a good, like, how do I help redeem this really kind of dark thing, and maybe this thing that like I'm starting to do as a job or maybe a future career, like,
right,
and yeah, so like I wrote this silly rom-com trailer and filmed it in like 3 days with the help of a lot of people who went out of their way for free to help me do it, and then cut it in like a matter of days, and then had to get it transcribed to like movie theater language, computer language, which only happened the morning of the proposal.
Okay.
I got like one file via Dropbox, one file via Google Drive, one file via FTP, and then it all worked on a USB drive. Crazy. And
so she knew you were going to a movie theater?
No, I just told her, hey, I'm going to pick you up and go see a movie.
And had she been back to a theater since?
A few times. Yeah, we've been enough times to where I knew it was a...
She was over the...
Not over, but
she could go.
That's right. Yeah. And so like we go into the movie theater and this trailer plays, and then it kicks off this epic scavenger hunt, and then she goes and does these silly things. Anyways, I film all of this.
Film her doing
all of it. The reaction, everything. And I make this documentary. And really for me, it was, that's how I tend to process the world, is like trying to create something when things are really hard. And that was just me processing it. And so I made this like really just earnest, like heart on my sleeve, short film documentary about it, and showed it at our rehearsal dinner. Like everyone's weeping. Everyone's like throwing up, crying. It was like, it just punched everyone in the gut in a really beautiful, meaningful way. Everyone's like, you should put this online. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should put it. I was that just in it. I didn't even think about anything else other than like, I'm just working through my own trauma and pain.
Right.
So I throw it online. It goes viral, blows up. Before I know it, we're like on the Steve Harvey show, and like Instagram is blowing up. It was just like, and it was back when like a million views was like a lot. Like now it's like everything's a million views. And just kind of opened up a lot of opportunities for us. Yeah, it was crazy. It's called Wildflower.
Mm-hmm. So you want to know something crazy as well? So I didn't know any of this, by the way.
Okay.
I had no idea about this.
Cool. I don't know how much.
I didn't run on the Harvey show. I didn't know any of this stuff. Didn't know you filmed any of this.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing.
Did you really?
But not in a movie theater.
What'd you do?
So I did the same thing. My wife went out to get her nails done with her sister and her mother. Came back to her house. I had my friend staked out in a car with like GoPros in the car.
Yes.
Them holding a GoPro.
Yes.
Sure enough, she walks into like her room, and like I've done like a flower heart with a note.
Let's go.
I sent her around Baton Rouge to every iconic spot in the relationship.
Yes.
Even position people who were critical to those spots.
My man.
With a rose. So I gave her, I had 6 spots that she went. And she had 6 roses.
What were the spots?
So one of them was St. Jude Catholic Church, which is where we ended up getting married.
Amazing. So good.
The other one was the Diocesan Catholic Life Center. That's where we met.
Yep.
The other one was the engineering dorms, because that's where she stayed.
Yep.
And then the other one was the hayfields, because we would go there after school and like watch the sunset, have a picnic on the hood of my Jeep.
So good.
We had a spot off of River Road where we would go, because I had a Jeep, right? And so we'd go over the levee, and like it was where there was a bend in the river, right where the sun set, and a break in the trees. And we would go there and just watch the sunset and everything.
You'd go there and make out. Let's just call it what it is.
All right, fine. That was the spot.
That's right. That was a smooching spot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so then she finished there and got her 6th rose, because I think the first one was on the bed.
Where were you? Were you there?
I was there.
Let's go. I
was on the other side of the levee, and had my buddy there on the front side of the levee with a pair of boots that she could put on and walk through up the levee. I had a friend of mine in the grass with a camera
Full
filming.
Camera, yes.
My sister on the other side with a camera.
Unbelievable.
And she walks down, and I had cut the levee.
Come on.
So I brought a lawnmower.
A path.
I cut a path for her. I then cut a big 20 by 30 section
Unbelievable.
of grass. I set up these canvas tarps that she would walk across, because then I got her some like not heels but nice sandals, because like she's not going to want to be taking pictures in these boots, these white shrimp boots.
Smart man.
Then I had like a string of lights with tiki torches for the mosquitoes.
So you had a generator out there.
No. It's tiki torches and string lights, battery lights.
Yeah.
And I'd gone to her parents' house and gotten childhood photos of her.
Come on.
I started with like baby photos when we were born, all the way through to when we started dating. We started dating in high school.
What a stud.
And then I had a slideshow that went from high school till now. And it was like turn around, and I was there with like a home, like my dad and I made a ring box.
Unbelievable.
Like, oh yeah. So we did the same, and then we put it up on Facebook. But then it got banned for copyright laws because she put a song in it.
I think mine did too. I think in the fake movie trailer I had, I put like a 30 seconds to Mars song, so they cut off the but
I think she put the song that we actually ended up dancing to at our wedding.
So good.
So yeah, we did the same thing.
Good for you, man.
This episode of the Patty G Show is brought to you by Cortex. Cortex is the trusted technology partner for small businesses across Louisiana, delivering managed IT, cybersecurity, and smart strategies to help you leverage AI without the confusion. I mean, aren't we all confused by AI nowadays? As a locally owned company, we understand the challenges Louisiana businesses face and provide tailored solutions that keep your operations secure and efficient. Whether you're looking to strengthen your cybersecurity or explore how AI can give your business a competitive edge, Cortex is here to help. Be sure to mention the Patty G Show and receive a free cybersecurity risk and analysis to see where your business stands.
Yeah, I had her go. So we started at the Cinemark Perkins Row, and then we went. I hugged her and I was like, all right, see you later. And so she went with my two best friends. And DJ.
Oh, you left her.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was never there for any part of it.
I was there for the trailer, and then it was like, all right. And then she went to Rama, rest in peace. That place, golly, what a gem. We had our first date, the little Thai place off Perkins by the overpass. And her brothers were all there, and they sang her Frank Sinatra with like matching hats. Like, I gave her a rose. My brother and then her three brothers.
That's incredible.
So sweet. And a little awkward, but they went all in, and they were soldiers. And then, golly, where else did she go? She went to her home, which she grew up in, and her great grandmother caught the eye of her great grandfather in a yellow dress. So I bought her a yellow dress that she could wear, and her sisters helped her get ready and made a flower crown and all the things. And then we went out to her great grandfather and grandmother's barn, their property, where we're there. There's just a lot of legacy there, a lot of stories there. So it's great.
I love that.
It's awesome. I feel like maybe there's somewhere else, but like, man, I haven't watched it in a long time.
I know. I'm trying to think through. I'm like that.
I haven't watched it in a long time. But yeah, so it's cool.
Love that.
It was great. It's great.
So then where do you go from that? So you're hitting high points out the gate.
Yeah, it's been downhill ever since. No, there's something just so and there's just something beautiful about young love and just the earnestness and not knowing any better and wanting to just display that in its fullest form. I think that's like maybe one of the most powerful things in the universe is, that kind of love when the man pursues a woman like that and just like really is all in. So I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful. I'm sure I'll cringe watching it next time, but such a beautiful part of our story. But yeah, I mean, it opened up opportunity and, we just kind of, I think like just our story, the nature of how it was presented in the film, but also just my wife. Like if you meet her, it's just really hard not to love her. And she's such a light and so just such a sweetheart and so kind. And so then we started kind of doing photography and Instagram, and that was kind of like, and then we were like, man, like this is cool. Like what if we like life is short. Like we're in our 20s. What do we love to do? We love travel. We love music. We love food. We love people. We love conversations. And so like, let's start a YouTube channel. And this was like right when Mr. Beast, like right when like thumbnails were becoming a thing. And I was making like long form cinematic, like shot on red, like like each episode was like a TV show. And we did that's called Adventure Us. And so we bought an old Airstream, renovated it, went on the road, lived on the road full time for 3 years.
So how does that work?
Yeah.
Logistically on a YouTube channel, like
yeah, it's silly. Silly. It was just silly. How does it work? In what way? Like you're getting paid by views, sponsors. How are you living on the road for that long? I don't even know. Like I don't even know how we made it work. I had like
you've got followers at this point. You've got a crowd.
Yeah, but not like it's really hard to reach critical mass for that to be like fiscally livable. I think a lot of it was just like gigging docu-style commercial when I could. Then like a good portion of income became Instagram like influencer income based, but never anything like. I mean, maybe for a season it was like livable, but never anything like stupid. You know what I mean? Like, because we had followers, we didn't have hundreds of thousands. There was nothing like that. And then,
but enough to make enough money to live off.
Yeah,
for the time you did,
for sure. Yeah, it would always be like, do a gig, maybe come back to Baton Rouge for a month, and like park in the in-laws driveway, do some work here, make some money, then hit the road. For a couple months or a month or whatever. So it's kind of like we dip in and out. When we go out in California, we spend a lot of time in Nashville. I mean, honestly, like, but the thing about it too is like your cost of living is so low. You don't have a mortgage. You don't have rent. You know what I mean? You're like in Nashville, we lived in our friend Tiffany's backyard, and we would like literally. So like we were, or state parks, which are like $20, $16, $20 a night. So it's like your cost of living is lower. Life's simpler. It's also harder in a lot of ways, but man, it was so fun and so hard. We were producing 7 shows, the two of us out of the Airstream. It was a lot.
A week?
Like, no, so we had 7 different types of shows on the channel.
7 different shows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The vlog.
Okay.
We had a cooking show, food. We had a live music, like one take, live music in the air. Well, both of these in the Airstream, not at the same time, but both of them shot in the Airstream.
You're someone's guitar, she's stirring up the bowl in the background.
So, the thing about the croissants, you gotta really make sure they get the sourdough right.
Let me serenade you about croissants.
Let me fix the starter. Starter loves a G flat. No, but yeah, I mean, so food, and then we had a podcast, which was like talk, like long form. It's called Perfect Picnic. We had long form conversations. Then we had travel, best weekend ever. So that was like vlog, but really, really geared towards a city and an experience.
Yeah. That's got to be monetizable.
Yeah, we burnt out before it could reach critical mass. I burnt out. I went.
Well, you're doing 7 shows, man.
Everything all by yourself. I mean, everything. I mean, the branding, the pitch decks, the vision, the reaching out to people, the sponsor, just shooting, editing, producing, pre-producing, which all of this out of the back of a truck in Airstream. Learned so much. Really got documentary. I mean, weddings are a really good way to cut your teeth with doc filmmaking because the stakes are so high and you have to get the shot. But this was a really good way to really learn the nature of shooting natural light, controlling light, modifying natural light, operating with as small of a package as possible camera wise. So it was a lot. Put on a bunch of weight, became really unhealthy. It wasn't tenable or sustainable. And so we started crashing into Earth's atmosphere 2019. And so that was really 2015 to 2018 and a half. 2019 kind of here, but we lived in our good friend Josh and Bridget's front yard off of Lydia, right up at the Catholic Life Center. Not far. Yeah. And they had they were just
so you were that Airstream out there.
Yes. They were just newly married. They were a year, maybe 2 years in, 2-3 years in. And their cottage was all of 500 square feet, which is twice the size of our house. So we just parked in the driveway and, man, what a fun and insane season. We're all just how do we even meet and decide to do this? It was crazy. And learned it was just so fun. Because it was we were going to move to Nashville. Then it was do we want to be in Baton Rouge? I don't know. We're not really ready to start a family yet, but maybe we should. And then we moved back and then we found this apartment at Cook the Commerce. And then we're yeah, we're back in Baton Rouge. And so, and then COVID happened. And then, honestly, we released a few more episodes, but I have not looked at that footage in probably 5 years because just the weight of don't know if it's shame, but like maybe just like facing the reality of that. I don't want to call it a failure, but that unrealized dream, you know, because we swung for the film. The brand was like so 1950s Americana national parks. I had this alter ego, this character I made that would like announce every like drop of a new video, like on reels and stuff. With these just so funny and dumb and old national park footage. It was just like proverbial hipster travel, a lot of red and black checkered plaid, a lot of bandanas. It was just awesome. So I grew up a Boy Scout. I love camping. I love the outdoors. I still love all those things. Come to my office, so be very aware of that big vintage kind of mid-century vintage eclectic kind of sensibilities. So yeah, but I'm just now starting to dig up that footage, mainly because we need hard drive space for a project my wife and I are working on, a personal project, and yeah, maybe I'll. I mean, there's like at least a dozen, if not 20 episodes, like
I don't doubt it,
uncut, unreleased, sitting on some raids, sitting on some hard drives, chilling. So yeah, so that was fun, a lot of fun. And then really like anything in business, like out of sight, out of mind, right? So like Baton Rouge Network had a client here. Shout out to Lamar. They've been a client for forever. A lot of work with them. I love every single person there. That company is unbelievable. The people there are unbelievable. They're amazing. And yeah, but like in terms of like the either freelancing or like fellow creatives or collaborators or agencies or whatever, it's just like top of mind awareness. Like, you know, wasn't here in town to be the first call. So yeah, the past like 4 years really been like kind of 5 years have kind of been like starting from scratch in a way, which has been really good and humbling and interesting, because like surviving COVID and then now trying to make our way through AI. It's just a really interesting time to be in media and creative. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking up all the air.
No, that's the purpose of it.
Okay.
That's the purpose.
Okay.
So you say now you're navigating through the lens of AI. What is that? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think like any disruption, technological advancement, innovation, that initial like adoption curve is just going to have orders of magnitude change. I think like in some ways it's really overhyped. In some ways it's really underhyped. I think like retail LLMs are kind of, people are finding like not quite as smart as we want them to be. Useful for sure, but not quite as intuitive as they will be and what we want them to be. I feel like that's a little overhyped. I think what's maybe not clear yet for us is like the commercial use of how AI applies and how AI has applied it's been around for decades, obviously since the 60s probably, in its earliest sense of the concept. But as we understand it now, I think like we're probably really naive or maybe we can't even dream about what that's going to do commercially for fleets, cars, trucks, robots, automation, manufacturing. What robots will have in our houses, doing our laundry, mowing our lawn, whatever. So as it applies to creative, I've had to sort through this with a lot of filmmaker friends, a lot of guys in my field, not a lot, a handful of guys have like kind of doubled down on like, I'm going to get in really early on prompt engineering. And I'm usually a first adopter with most things because I'm curious by nature. So like I want to get in and like see what it's about. I may not be a huge advocate of it, but at least want to be in the conversation or be in the game, you know. I'm going to scoot up so I can, my butt's falling asleep. Sorry about that. The old butt's falling asleep. And am I still good here? Good. Am I still good here?
ASMR all of a sudden.
Welcome to this chapter of Welcome to the Patty G Show.
This sounds insane. Is the only person with headphones on?
Sorry to everyone listening with your AirPod 3s. I've been getting over this respiratory thing, so like this time of day is when my voice drops an entire octave.
That's great though. That means like you should be good at narrating. Should
I go for my Marlboro edition? If you don't smoke Marlboro Reds, then fun.
AI can't do that.
If I'm having a really bad day, I like to watch Will Ferrell outtakes. And have you seen the ones of him and John C. Reilly when they're doing outtakes for Talladega Nights? Oh, shop, dude. If you're just having a bad day, like probably all of us have had this past week, just go watch some Will Ferrell outtakes or some Letterkenny outtakes. My God, it's so funny. What were you talking about?
Diving in headfirst to AI, being
AI.
an early adopter, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, there's guys who are like becoming the prompt engineer god, and they're selling their course on how to, 10x your blah blah blah. Shut up. Everyone's gurus. Everyone's snake. It's just snake oil. It's like you can some things be AI? Of course. Well, some things that we can't even imagine, and right now we think that can't be AI will be AI. Yes. But like, I'm just long, like the human soul. I think like creativity is divine. I think it's a gift from God. So I'm not so concerned with AI being able to like replicate at scale the synapses that fire on my unique brain with my unique story, my traumas, my joys, the podcast I listened to last week, the book I read 5 years ago, the color of my bedroom as a child, the song that I listened to when I was falling in love. Like all that goes into what you make as an artist in some form or another, even if it's, almost all that subtext. So I'm just long on like the human like soul, and like as far as I'm concerned, God has that cornered. He always will. And is it really useful for like the mundanity of a lot of like legwork and admin stuff? For sure. Call sheets. I do feel sad to say it, but like I'm probably never hiring a storyboard artist again. That sucks. You know what I mean? But like that's innovation. It's going to create new jobs as it destroys old ones, and you shift with the times. So do you and hire an editor for this podcast? No. You have an app that does it for you, that cuts between the angles, right? It's like bam, bam,
He's
bam.
running the boards over there, man.
Oh yeah, or he's cutting live.
He's cutting live.
There you go. You don't even need an app. So
now we will be using an app later on. We've got a special episode in the can, not in the can, in the works. That'll all be done that way. So.
There you go. Yeah, you should. You can have Patty GAI sitting right here talking to yourself.
He's interviewing me now.
We're actually gonna do the old school version. It's gonna be Lindsay Lohan, The Parrot Trap. We've got.
That's right. Yeah. For sure. Oh, dude, how funny! He's listening to a track of himself with the pauses. Oh my gosh, it's so absurd. Yeah, I think everyone's trying to find their way in this new world, and what that means, and but like any technological disruption, I think we'll find our way. So,
yeah, to your point, it'll be used for certain tasks.
Yeah,
but there are some that you can't eliminate, right?
For sure.
It's tough to, at its current state, have it sit on a set with your script,
right,
and then go tell it, hey, Jay delivered this line with a level of a flat tone,
right,
rewrite the rest of this scene,
right,
with an uplift so he can figure it out on his own while he's performing the lines.
Totally.
It's like you can't have that pivot where it's live and you're like ad-libbing.
Right.
It would be like, well, that's not in the script. You can't,
That's
right. What are you doing? I don't know how to make this character respond.
That's right.
Because it doesn't have that human element yet, right?
Well, I just think like, so you had, in COVID, you had this rise of UGC, user-generated content, with guys like me looked at that. I remember being at takeout, a Chinese place, 6 feet apart, masks. That was crazy. And seeing an Eva Longoria commercial, like a beauty commercial, like shot on her iPhone at home. And I was like, well, shit. There goes the need for $500,000, let alone $30,000 budgets. Like that, but then you see this renaissance of that production value coming back. And then now you see the insanity of AI. And like, I love the Sasquatch videos. They're so funny. I love the babies. Like,
the AI generated stuff.
Like, yeah, cut to a clip of us as babies talking, the Theo Von stuff. And it's great. But I just, I think people can just smell it when it's AI, and that won't be the case soon. But man, like,
well, now you've got like AI reaction videos,
right,
where people are watching AI generated clips
as AI,
and then reacting to them.
Yeah,
as like, we told AI to put out a video of a typical 4Runner driver, a typical Forerunner owner.
Yes.
And it's like
Totally.
and it's it portrays what you would think a typical Forerunner. We all know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spot on. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But like,
yes. Yeah.
it's all AI generated. Now people are reacting to AI generated, and like this is consumable content now.
Right.
Where like these high name people, these creators are now using AI to create content to then create reaction videos to AI content.
Yeah. Well, but think about like, so like as of maybe as of like December 2024, AI has functionally, and I don't know if this has made it to the latest models yet, but it's functionally like read all the books, ingested all the transcript, watched all the movies, listened to all the things. So like it has like what we have in terms of information available to it. But then there's this conversation of like agentic sentience. Whenever it starts making its own, it starts like solving those math problems and solving the problems after those math problems that we couldn't solve, or figuring out the next break in quantum physics, or whatever the field is. Then it's like, okay, well, that's a whole new pool of knowledge. It's not human generated knowledge. It's an AI's take on an extension of human. And then it's kind of the same idea of like, it's just this mimetic echo chamber of, and I just think like in terms of consumption in my little corner of the universe, like media and stories, I mean, one, stories have been passed down forever. That's how we're here. And for the longest time it was oral. And then once we realized, oh, like grandfather of the tribe died around the campfire. Thank God everyone here has those stories that we can keep passing them down, right, with words. Maybe we should write these down. Okay, let's get some stones out. Bing, bong, boom. There you go. Wait, these stones are heavy as crap. Maybe we should like find a lighter way to do it. What about that tree? So it's like, then codexes happen, and then books happen, and then here we are. So it's like the medium through which stories have been told has changed, but like the story as a medium of exchange and meaning, that's like that's why we're here, right? And like the greatest of all stories being good versus evil, and then the million ways that one story gets parsed out into many. But I'm just long human creativity and the divine. I'm long God. I'm long, stories. And I'm actually pretty short people's propensity for being fed this crap. I hope that the generation probably just beneath ours, I hope that whoever's doing these studies or whatever, that laws will be passed for like social media age limits. Like, because I just think
now you got Instagram teen.
Right. I just think like the damage that it's doing to us is just so unknowable and cataclysmic. And I think my hope is that there'll be a resurgence of like kids going outside and not bed rotting, and people not, just being fueled by rage bait and clickbait and all the baits. And so, I think there's a humanity that we all want to get back to. That is the, nostalgia of the 90s. Have you seen those? Has your algorithm served you up those videos?
Which videos?
Hey, it's me from the 80s. I hear you guys have this crazy thing like iPhones, like this 80s themed like neighborhood kid talking to you. He's like, come back to the 80s, man. It's so simple. I've seen
the Blue's Clues guy where he did like a post during COVID or something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Steve. The best, dude. But that was real. That wasn't AI.
No, that was real. That was him.
I mean, some things are sacred, for God's sakes.
that was legit to the best of my knowledge.
If we start AIing Steve,
right?
I think I'm out.
Over.
I think I'm already out. But
thank you to our wonderful sponsor, Lake Men's Health Center with Our Lady of the Lake Physicians Group. Guys, I know it's tough to get out and go to the doctor. I know it's challenging to find time in our busy days, but I promise you, signing up to be a part of this group with Dr. Curtis Chastain and Dr. Tyler Boudreau, you won't regret it for several reasons, but most of those being the fact of the time it saves, where you're able to get in on the same day, get that appointment done, and spend that time you need to talk with them about what your health goals and concerns are, as well as ensuring that the financial investments you have, you will be able to live out and see those come to fruition. So if you're an investing guy, you know all about and planning for the future and investing in the future. There's no other more important thing to invest in than your health. Make sure you go check them out. Our Lady of the Lake Physicians Group Men's Health Center, and tell them Patty G sent you.
So you talked about the storytelling, how we pass it down, how it's part of our humanity, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And so I've been thinking lately, like, of a project to be done to continue that and to capture it while I still can for my family in a way of, so your kid's 8 months, right?
Yeah. 9 today.
9 months.
Yeah.
9 months. Happy 9 month.
It's the best.
Lit days alive. I don't know. It's not a birthday, but
it's a gift. It's a gift.
So you'll get to the phase, I'm sure, where you know what a Tony box is.
Tony box?
Tony box.
No.
It's like this box with these little characters that have stories in them. You put it on the box, and it's like it's reading a book.
Oh,
like
cool.
a Curious George character.
Cool.
It'll go through a Curious George episode, but it's all audio.
Nice.
You know, so it's like, you know,
Nice.
Lilo and Stitch, you know, Winnie the Pooh,
Smart.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so it's engaging them without screen time.
Correct.
So good.
So they'll sit there and like listen to the story and then know the story. And like, you know, Lilo and like that's a little Stitch character,
good
and
is
they're
that? So
singing
good.
they're singing the original, not the remastered Lilo and Stitch, the original Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Right. So then they're listening to that, hearing the songs and everything.
Yeah.
But now they've gone so far you can personalize them. So like I saw where my sister had one of her father-in-law reading "This Is How Much I Love You," and you like send in a picture and you design it, and they like 3D print this little Tony thing, and it's like all interchangeable. It's like the box reads. I don't know the technology, but it's like it's reading it through magnets.
Yeah, it's like the thing you put on your, you know, Wii or your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, and so it's like, it. Each one has its own story embedded in it.
That's cool.
So you can create custom ones. And so I'm like, love that idea. I want to go a step further. I want to interview my parents and grandfather before they pass in here and ask them the questions that's like, okay, what do you want to say to your great grandkids?
Man, I think about
Tell me the story of your first date.
If I could get paid well, and you could help me, can you tell me what my adjusted gross income should be? Let's look at the P&Ls, people. No,
look, I know how to do the spreadsheets. All right,
that's right. Yeah, I think about that a lot. I think about that a whole lot. Yeah.
When it's like, so my wife and I have the conversation of like, okay, you die. Who's the first person you go and talk to? Right.
That's right.
She's like, I want to go talk to your grandfather that I never met.
That's
I
right.
want to go talk to my great grandfather or something.
That's
it's
right.
like, what if I could capture those questions you want to ask?
No doubt.
And then when our kids are born, like, what was your dad like? Well, let me show you a video of him telling me a story that he remembers of his dad. You know, like, we have the technology. It's super simple to do.
Yep.
And we're already doing it with our kids, right? Filming them, taking pictures. We're capturing that.
For sure.
And it's being stored in some
I've been I've been thinking a lot about that because we've been trying to shoot a lot, you know, with my son while he's so little, as you know, it goes by so fast. And you know, the cameras I use for work are not like home video cameras. They're like clunky and heavy and take up terabytes of footage and cue the need for hard drives. It's the project we're working on is like, you know, our goal is to make like one little short film for each birthday, for each year, a little visual diary of our life and his life. And I think that's a great idea. Where I get sad about, like, not sad, but where I get bummed about like how do you actually make that into a viable business that's like actually affordable for someone to like pay for that, but also affordable for a business owner to run, to have a life and provide a good. It's just like the tools in our world are so expensive, and the skills it takes to do that. Now, you don't like how I would want to do it would probably be a very different approach, right? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe than most, but
why not just have it sync to your iCloud and it pulls all the videos within a certain date range, pieces them all together using AI technology, throws some sappy song and music into it, and then now it exports it out into a little USB drive.
Sure. Or just digital link. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They already do that on your phone catalog, like your photo catalog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So it's like Apple's kind of already eliminated that business.
I know, a little bit. But I think there's something different about the approach you're saying, which is like really thinking through, hey, Grandpa, like, tell me the first time like you lied to your parents. Like what would you lie? What was that like? And
that's a good one.
And what did you learn? What was your consequence? And what does that mean to you now? Hey, like, who's your first love? Or did you ever break a law or get arrested? All the things we want to know. Like, you just want to know those things, and you don't slow down enough to think through that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's very different than like the AI remix of, highlight reels from your phone. But I think that's a great idea. Yeah. There's a company that does that. I forget what it's called, but I've seen the ads for it for sure. But again, it's just like,
Yeah, they'll take and remaster your old home videos and stuff like that.
yeah, that too, yeah, for sure. Like something box, family box or legacy box, something. But there's some company that does do like long form nonfiction documentary style. Yeah, it just takes time. It takes time, and it takes artists to do it. Which is not cheap. Like who has $10,000 lying around to do that? Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people for sure, but not a lot. But
yeah. Well, then, like in your case, right? You're filming and doing all this stuff with your kid. Is there a way to find a balance of living in the moment and capturing the moment?
Yeah, I feel pretty connected to a moment when I'm captured to it. A lot of creators don't. A lot of creators feel like the camera gets in the way, but I feel pretty present when I'm creating.
Yeah.
And so I feel plugged into it because I'm thinking about a lot of things while that's happening. I'm thinking about what this moment means. How do I want it to be portrayed when I look back on this in a year, 5 years, 50 years? And so that will inform what I'm doing with the camera, moving it or not, how I'm framing it, how I'm exposing it, what lens I'm using, and why. And so, yeah, I feel pretty connected to the moment because I know it's like I'm gonna have it to come back to. So I want to make sure that I'm stewarding it, and like I don't know if you experienced this when you had your first, but like every moment you get is really a gift. And then you're like, okay, another day in the backyard. It's like, that's another day in the backyard,
Yeah.
And yeah, I think about that a lot, but I especially think about that. Yeah, just in light of everything with last week with the Charlie Kirk stuff. It's just like, man, like you just never know. Life is such a gift. And, wherever you fall with how he communicated his views or convictions is kind of irrelevant. This is a human being. He's an American. He's a father. He's a husband, a son, a brother. And so, yeah, it's just like it's really, really short. It's really short. And so, just taking things a lot less for granted these days. Yeah, as I stumble through fatherhood, trying to figure it out.
You never stop stumbling, at least what I've learned.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always a new challenge.
Yes, that's for sure. But does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and I'm not always this way. Like every time I grab a camera, I was doing a project for Turner a couple weeks ago, and it was like they were assembling like a 500-foot crane. That's the most there's paint drying, and then there's that. Paint drying's worse, but it's a very slow process, right? They have to check everything, and I had to make that cool and interesting and visually stimulating.
You speed it up 12x,
right? And just all so it's I'm not thinking about I'm thinking about in that moment. I'm thinking about, okay, how can we make this sick so people will pay Turner millions of dollars to rent this thing out, and come.
How can we make Turner money?
That's right. That's the name of the game. So it's great, and they love it, and you probably see it in a couple weeks when they drop it. Be cool. But yeah, I mean, I think the I don't know. It's really hard to even slow down enough to think about the process. But the process informs the medium, informs the process, informs the end product, informs the process. It's this regenerative thing at its best for me when I'm not burned out, when I'm connected, when I'm present. And that's really hard to do. It's really hard to be present. It's really hard to I think this is why this appeals to so many people is how often are we doing this in our everyday life?
Oh yeah, if ever.
Right. And so I think like long form conversations like this are important because like giving someone your presence is like maybe one of the not hardest, but like seemingly like dissipating or something that seems to elude a lot of us, you know, as the world seems to spin faster and set on fire. Not in a climate change kind of way, but in a, you know.
The years get shorter and the days get longer.
That's right. That's a good way to say it. But
especially when you wake up and you walk in the kid's room and there's poop in the hands.
Dude.
It's coming.
Dude.
Just wait for it.
my niece, she wasn't even 2. She just like, you know, pooped herself and like just wiped it all over her wall. And it's my wife's sister, my sister-in-law. And she's like very, very smart. Like she's too smart. This kid, they have her hands full. She's great, but they have her hands full. And she just says, deep breath, mommy. Like, too smart. That kid.
I know what I did.
Like,
I know it was wrong and you don't like it.
Deep breath, mommy.
But you really need to calm down, right?
All over her hands, all over the wall, all over everywhere. And man.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, man, I you know, and like, who knows? Like, I'm doing this for now and, it's fun, but I mean, it's just the process of like, I've branded a lot of companies. I don't post that. I don't share that really publicly on the website because we're really positioned more as a video production solution. But yeah, I've done a lot of branding, a lot of market strategy. I ended up getting my MBA over COVID, which was a lot of fun, and that was helpful. Yeah, man, I'm an idea factory. I've got too many and not enough time. But it's fun. You know, it's fun. It's a lot of fun to try stuff and fail and break stuff and make some good friends along the way. So,
oh yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm just trying to do good work, brother. Just trying to do honest work and trying to hopefully, I mean, above all, like glorify God. That's like box number 1. Okay. Honor Christ. Check. Secondly, let's make the world a better place. Let's help redeem the brokenness of this world because it's evil. Not all the time, not everywhere, but enough to matter. So that's always good. And then how do we do that? Like, just want to make people feel seen and make them feel known, make them feel loved. At every step of the process, like discovery with a client, weekly catch-ups with the client, the emails that you hate and you have to bite your tongue and rewrite a couple times to the client.
Yep.
managing your team, how you show up in the world. It's just like all about putting the self aside and, you know, how do you, like, I'm just always thinking, how can I outserve this person? How can I model service? How can I model emptying myself? That's like the goal. Like, that's not always reality.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm trying to show up and do. And yeah, work with people who appreciate that approach and who want to tell meaningful stories, and that's not always like docs or documentaries. That can be, I think you can tell something meaningful in 30 seconds. I prefer like 30 minutes, but
get what you can get.
Yeah, that's right. You take what you can get.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what made you want to start this?
So I wanted to promote Louisiana in a way that retained and attracted people to live and do business here.
Yeah.
Because while at LSU, it was always can't wait to get out and go to XYZ place.
Can't wait to go to Austin. Can't wait to go to Nashville.
Seattle, Austin, Nashville, New York, you name it. It was anywhere but here, basically.
Are you from here?
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
So, and at the time at LSU, going through the entrepreneurship programs, they brought us out to Seattle and just like wowed us. Go and see, you know, Microsoft,
all it, yeah.
Amazon, going to the headquarters of Amazon, going to Amazon Go and experiencing a cashierless shopping experience.
Golly, you're at the head of the curve, yeah.
So like literally like we were going there and like grabbing things off, checking out and walking out the store. Cool. And the only person that was in there was in the alcohol section checking IDs. That was it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they've got a solution for that now.
Oh, for sure.
And so seeing all this stuff, at the end of it, we're flying back and everything, and I actually flew to a wedding from there literally across the country on a red eye. But like got back to LSU, and we were talking at a round table with everybody that was on the trip. We were the first trip they ever took of the entrepreneurship program.
What year was this?
17 or 18.
Okay, cool.
So we're sitting there because I was graduated at 18 with the first pair degree in entrepreneurship.
Nice.
It was me and with accounting and entrepreneurship, and another girl, Mary, with marketing and entrepreneurship.
Cool.
So new that they had to go back after the awards and they announced it, and they said, "Oh, by the way, we've got an entrepreneurship degree."
That's awesome.
It's in the pamphlet, and they just like
that was not there. Yeah, I failed out of medical, whatever, pre-med, and then I landed in psychology. I landed in photography for a day. Should have stuck that out.
Yeah, should.
My dad was like, "Yeah, no, you need to get a real degree." I was like, "Fair." And then, but that would have been helpful. And ended up in psychology with a minor in business, but there was no that would have been sick.
Yeah,
entrepreneurship route,
and then a minor communication. So I had like no spare credits.
Okay, everything was used.
We come back.
You see the promised land. You're like, okay, that's out there. Then we have Baton Rouge.
So my response to that was, "This is great. How can we bring this back here?"
Yes.
Like we met with the Seattle Economic Development Department. Like they put out
here's the playbook.
They showed everything, right? And we came back and we were meeting with all the students. We're meeting and we're gathering. We're talking through all this stuff. And I was like, guys, this is really great, but I feel like we can do this here. Like there's a way to do this. Like, oh no, man! Like we're gonna go do this, do that. I'm like, they're gonna go elsewhere. I'm like, okay, that's your call. And there's nothing happening here. There's no opportunity here. And I'm like, well, I strongly disagree with you. And they're like, well, no one's talking about it.
Yeah,
they're talking about the crime, the roads, all this stuff. I'm like, politics, every city's got that.
Football, yeah.
Like, you can't hardly walk around Seattle without being in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, no one's talking about it. Okay, that's the problem I need to solve. I need to create some type of deliverable that has people talking about what they do.
Yeah.
And showcasing and highlighting how great Louisiana is, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Monroe, wherever.
Yeah.
And went all across the state interviewing people until we kind of decided, hey, you got to come to us now. But it was like,
smart move.
That was driving to Monroe and back in a day to go do a show at a brewery.
I've done it many times. Yeah.
To record the show at the brewery and then drive back.
Your wife is a patient woman.
She very much so is.
Yeah.
And so knowing that was the goal, it kind of just stemmed from there of, let me just see who I can talk to, who I can bring in to showcase what their Baton Rouge, what their Louisiana story is.
It's so interesting.
And now they do that same trip, but I connect them with business owners all across the state, and they do it here. They get a bus and they don't leave the state. So instead of bringing entrepreneurship students to Dallas, Seattle, wherever, I connect them with past guests, and they go and show students at LSU the great businesses in Louisiana.
It's really cool. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel this, not love hate, but like sometimes it feels like how do I put this to not piss off everyone watching in Baton Rouge? It's like Baton Rouge is like succeeding in spite of itself. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of things here that are broken, but like I do see a lot of people, I mean, point in case, trying to affect change, but I see even more on the sidelines, kind of waiting to see what the experiment, how's it going to turn out?
Yeah.
And I think because there's this, and I even find this in myself, maybe this presuppositional belief of like, well, like, why even put in the effort? Because it's just not. It's always been, so it's always going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a real damning and sad way to view it. But I see people on the sidelines viewing that a lot of the time. I'm sure you do too.
Oh yeah,
But like, man, it's like,
turn.
But like, we're doing this campaign. We're working on this campaign right now with St. Martin. There's a whole world, by the way, in between Baton Rouge and Lafayette, an entire universe. That I'm born in Lafayette, raised in Texas, lived in Baton Rouge for 20 years that I did not know was there. And yeah, it's just like, what does it look like? And I kind of saw this a little bit, like I would, we'd travel in the Airstream, we'd come back and it's like, oh man, Nashville's so cool. And then you go to Nashville and you have Pinewood Social, and you go to Baton Rouge and you have Red Stick Social, just like Pinewood Social from Temu. And you're like, come on, guys, like we almost like we almost got it. Like
Pinewood Social from Temu.
You know what I mean? It's like it's just like it's so close, but like you just can't quite land the plane. And almost often it's a tone or creative issue. It's not like people who started that I'm sure were great. I'm sure it's like well funded, whatever. But there's just this intangible tone or aesthetic or whatever, or maybe it's just a not good product market fit. I don't know, but that just like can't quite click into gear. But when it does, it does. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have some things here that are like so proud that it's in Baton Rouge and like all the things. So like, yeah, man, I think everyone who's from here just wants it to be better across the board for everyone.
Yeah,
if we're
and
honest.
we just have to do it a little bit at a time.
Right. And how that happens is like how I've studied this a little bit. It's like how any of the cities become great. Your Nashvilles, your Austins, your Chattanoogas, whatever. It's like old people, older generations, leaders of the community, right? The legacy, having an inviting, because they're often the ones, not always, but often the ones with capital, have like an inviting incentive there to like want to incentivize young people with the fresh ideas, the fresh restaurant, the fresh, what's it called? Court to table, right? Like all these things that, you know what I mean? That like young families want to come and live here and raise their kids here and go to church here and go to schools here. When those two things can marry, it can really be powerful. So good for you for making a space for that to happen. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
1 week at a time we do it.
That's awesome. Have you seen the needle move?
How does anyone gauge a needle moving?
Yeah. What do you like how would you define like if Baton Rouge has made it? Whatever is that even the right
we
question?
have a higher rate of inflow than outflow.
Okay.
Meaning more people move here than leave here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a measurable value.
Yeah.
And broaden it to the state.
And it's crazy because like everyone in America loves Louisiana. People love it. People love people from here. You're not from, you go somewhere, you're from Louisiana. It's like there's this kinship of like this like love affair with like something about their perception of whatever Cajun culture is.
Just
right?
not even Cajun culture, just Louisiana culture.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
But they put us all in the same bucket, right?
Yeah, Cajun culture being a part of that. But that's
Yeah. I was in Dallas last week.
Something magnetic or magical about its people.
I was in Dallas last week telling some people my high school, just a simple story of my high school growing up.
Where'd you go to high school?
So I was homeschooled.
My wife was homeschooled.
Love it.
Great school.
It's a great school. And so I was homeschooled. I grew up on Lobdell, and then we moved out to Sunshine, Louisiana, out by the Plaquemine Ferry.
Yeah, that's great.
And grew up on a farm. Yep. And so we had goats, chicken, cows, horses, rabbits, turkeys.
Come on.
Ducks for a little bit.
Are you out in the country now, or you live in the city?
No, I live in like mid city.
Okay, nice. Great.
So I tell her my daily routine in high school because I had a lawn care business. Yes. So I would wake up in the morning before the sun was up. I would go offload a trailer of hay at my neighbors down the street.
Yep.
Get paid 25 cents a bale.
Bam.
And then I would go pick up my buddy from his house. We'd go cut grass all morning till lunch. Come back after lunch.
So hot.
Go run the crawfish traps at the neighbor's pond behind the house. Come back, boil the crawfish. My mom also ground wheat and made bread from scratch. And like that was one of her businesses, like with the homeschool moms. She was like the Amway of bread making. Like she would buy all the stuff and then like resell it to everybody.
Bread?
Oh yeah. Still does. I still like I got a wheat grinder as a wedding present.
Bro, a little Debbie at Plaquemine Parish out there.
So Iberville Parish.
Iberville Parish.
And so that said, then I would make some homemade chocolate chip muffins, and I would milk goats in the morning too. So I milk the goats. So for the afternoon meal with crawfish, fresh, hot chocolate chip muffins, and goat milk that I just pulled out the freezer that had like icicles in it because it was so cold.
Oh my God.
They both sat there and looked at me like I was from another planet. And they're like, I went to high school and was a Mustang.
what does goat milk even taste like?
Way better than cow's milk.
I love goat cheese.
So good. It is farm fresh, not in the store because that's been
Wait,
pasteurized.
so you're
and all
talking
that
about
stuff.
like
I'm talking like I would milk the goat.
you do the old.
I would.
And then
I was quick. Milk the goat, and you put it through a
How
coffee
did you
filter.
say that in public, man?
And you put
real quick milk in the goat.
Yeah, milk 3 goats in like 15 minutes.
Don't put that on your resume, brother. I'd leave that off the resume, man.
No, it's under special skills.
Oh yeah,
You can get a half a
might be
gallon of
special
milk.
ed, man. Be careful,
Get half a gallon of milk out of a goat in 5 minutes.
dude. You're in the wrong trade. You don't need a spreadsheet, man. You need some gloves. Man, you need some gloves and a couple of pails, brother.
No,
I bet you could you have a brother?
I have 2 brothers.
Yeah,
2
I bet you were just
sisters.
like pew pew pew, like when they weren't like paying attention.
No, you don't want to waste that stuff.
That's true.
That's gold, right?
It's liquid gold. That's
Yeah. So then you
That's the
you just
good.
put it through a coffee filter of sorts, and that was it, man. You stick it in the freezer. You got to drop the temp quick. So then, being the homeschool kids, I was selling eggs to the other homeschool parents. I was selling goat milk to the other
You had a
homeschool
whole
parents.
mafia down there in Everville Parish. Man,
I would bring rabbits
you
to
ever
restaurants
leave?
and sell them rabbits.
Oh my god, we have 2 pet rabbits. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stomach it. Man,
Oh, dude, I can get a rabbit to edible in like 5 minutes.
wow.
Then we started doing meat chickens. We started raising meat chickens. That's about an 8 to 10 week process, depending on the protein level you feed them.
Wow. Old Huck Finn out here.
Dude, everything had a purpose on the farm.
Yeah.
Then we had guineas that were like chickens that are just loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah, guinea fowl. Yeah.
They're like supposedly security, but then we just got a bunch of German Shepherds, and that was good enough.
Man.
So, So like I tell them this story that I think's normal,
Yeah.
and they're like, "And you're here now as a CPA, and
you graduated college."
And you're doing what for us?"
Well, by my calculation, sir, your P&L is only off by about 3 guinea fowl,
and a dozen eggs.
dozen eggs, and 2 of that good stuff, man, of that goat sauce. Bro, can you steam goat milk? You ever had a goat milk espresso? A Gaspresso, a Goatacano, bro. Bro, we gotta call Starbucks.
Forget the drone business. We're going Goatacanos.
We gotta call Starbucks and get a Goatachino going, bro, with the freaking goat milk. What? Bro, I don't even know. You couldn't pay me enough money to find, before I met you, find someone to sell me pasteurized goat milk.
It's not pasteurized. It's raw.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's raw.
That's what I'm saying. Now I have a raw goat milk plug.
Wait.
And Miss Grimion's bread. Shout out.
Hang on. I'll do you one further. I was a national Dairy Goat Association member.
Bro, you were 5Hing, bro. You went.
I had my own farm stamp. My own tattoo.
Did you brand yourself?
No.
Check this out.
You would tattoo the goats in their ears, and
man.
I've had a goat win a national competition.
Are you like that girl?
No, my cousin was, and I sold it to her.
Eye contact. You hit the pig.
Yeah.
That crazy kid. Oh,
No, but yeah,
she's
sure
probably
enough.
cool.
Sure enough, dude. I'm telling you.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know the smell of burning hair
Yeah.
pales in comparison to the smell of burning goat horn.
Oh, man. Do I know the smell of burning hair? Sometimes that's how I take care of my ears, bro. I'll just get a match and go in there.
A little torch. That's a good idea.
Just real quick. Gotta be quick though, because then this
It's too much.
Then it's the sideburns, and by that point, you might as well be an Indian barber. You ever seen those guys just lighting people's heads on fire, slapping them?
Yeah.
Man, I went from trying to get rid of an ear hair to full on Bombay in a matter of seconds. You got to watch out. It's tough out there. Wow. Okay, if you had some goat milk right now, I would shoot it. I would take a shot of that.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's very good.
I mean, I love goat cheese. When we were in France, we went to this cheesemonger, and it was just like the stinky. You walk in, it's just like, this smells like animal farts. This is just like animal butt.
So you know you got
Fart.
good cheese
And I'm
there.
like, oh, we've arrived. I mean, it's just a wall of like grass and like this animal butt. Man, I tell you, he's the best cheese I've ever had in my life. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, we would make some soft goat cheese with it.
Little chevre.
Yeah, I tell you what, dude, they're like dogs. We had Nubian goats.
Wow.
And they're known for their
That's what I hear.
dairy.
That's what I hear about the Nubian goats. Don't even get me started on the Kenyans. Don't want anything to do with those. Only the Nubian goats. Forget those other ones, man. Absurd. Wow, man. I had horses growing up. And a dog.
We had horses too.
That one had a goldfish.
He tried to milk the horse, but it went way wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
The
Man.
neighbors started coming outside. What are you doing?
Mom was like, "Don't milk the horse." What?
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Oh man.
Unbelievable. My wife has some cousins that are let me put this kindly, very farm very able at a farm. They're a little feral.
Yeah.
They were raised on a farm, not unlike yourself.
Oh, no.
And feral, that's not an insult.
No. It's just reality.
And they're like, these sweet your old girls, 7, 8, 9, trying to teach me how to milk a cow. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
It is.
It's a whole process with your hand to
Yeah.
milk
So
it.
you pinch it off.
There you go.
And then you roll it down.
There it is. Look at him. I'm sitting here doing sign language.
I'm like you're starting from the bottom up. I'm like, what are you?
You have
trying to put the milk?
cerebral
You trying to put the milk back in them? Like,
Unbelievable.
what is? It's not a
He's
suction.
all goat milk now, so he's trying to put the cow milk
Yeah, I
back.
just threw a gang sign on accident. My bad.
You're just
I was
like,
just trying to milk
what is
the
happening?
goats.
And see, you start at the top, you pinch the top, and then you squeeze it out.
I would imagine milking the goats a lot faster than a cow because they're so much smaller.
Well, so a general cow will hold about 1 gallon to 2 gallons.
Of course, you know this. Okay, please continue.
and a goat's about a half on a good. So you milk them both twice a day, but on like a good half, on a good heifer, on a good dairy goat.
I'm surprised your accent hasn't changed yet. You need to let it out. It's okay,
On a good dairy goat, you can get 1 gallon a day.
man.
And so we would have 3 milking at a time. And what I would do is I'd bring 2 in at a time, put them up on the stands, give them the table scraps, and just go to town on one of them and go to town on the other one. And then I was done before they were feeding. Before they were done eating their food, they were milked.
What's the
But
wow, you didn't have the little machine.
I was quicker.
You're homeschooled, bro.
It took it. No, we did. My mom had it while I was out of town. That's what she would use. But I
You
was
were quicker than the.
yeah. I could. We tested it. I would milk the goat quicker than it would take them to set it up.
Wow.
Set it up and get it going. I was quicker. Wow. And it was way less to clean.
Wow.
Now here's something. When you go to next time you're at a dairy farm
Well, for
with
sure.
goats.
Yeah, let me just write this down.
So remember, you always discard the first squirt
Why is that?
because the milk hardens, and it's just like hardened. It's bad. It's just bad milk.
It's a little bullet.
Yes, it's just like what's left in the chamber.
Okay.
You know, you want to
Yeah.
get what's left in
It's
the chamber out.
calcified, it's gross.
Yeah,
Got some
yeah.
mud in there.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah. Been
Yeah.
walking around.
Yeah, it's you got to clean them off first. You get
Goats
some-
are crazy. Though. They don't like go. Or is milking?
no, so it's a stand. We built stands.
Oh, so you had to like.
So their head like latches in, and they're still free to move about the cabin. Don't worry. But like you have the bowl in front of them, and so they're just eating like raw cabbage, like whatever leftover vegetables, raw vegetables you have from the table. That's what we would feed them.
Yeah,
Then you put
of
their
course.
feet in there on top of it.
Yeah.
So they would eat while you were milking them. Now some I had to strap the back legs down because they got a little antsy.
Those Nubians. Yeah,
Those
watch out.
Nubians.
Unbelievable.
So, and then, but yeah, you just gotta make sure they don't kick the bucket over, and then you're good.
What's the protein count?
Tom, you're asking questions I'm gonna have to lie to you about. I don't know.
Man, I just feel like goat milk's got to be twice as much. I'm just always trying to get.
So it's not as creamy as cow's milk. It's harder. Like
really. I would think it'd be like a paste.
no, so like we
It's more
can.
watery.
It's just not as rich in the cream element. So like for cow's milk, you get raw cow's milk, you put it in a big old bowl and you let it rest overnight
That's
in a
right.
fridge.
Yeah, you're gonna
you
get-
can scrape the cream, then you put that in a mason jar with a marble, some salt, you can make butter.
Old curds and whey, baby. Make it happen.
We tried to do that with goat's milk and it didn't work. there wasn't enough cream at the top.
I'm gonna be honest with you. How much goat's milk are you drinking these days?
Sadly, none.
And you're just going, just teat to cheek, right there.
No, I never did that.
I mean, teat to bucket to cheek.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just a little cheesecloth. Little community coffee.
Literally, it's like a little cylinder you buy. Looks like a straight up coffee filter. I mean, you can almost read the paper through it.
Wow.
And that's it. That's all you filter it. Really just trying to get the hair and any little bits of any dirt out of it.
Jay, you sucking down some goat's milk, brother?
I love goat's milk. By the way,
See?
it is available at Starbucks. You can ask them to put goat's milk in your drink.
Shut up.
Tomorrow, I expect a video of you drinking some goat's milk out of Starbucks.
I did not know. Damn it, there goes that business idea. Oh, back to drones. That's insane.
We never ate the goats, though. Goats and horses, the only animals we never ate.
Wow. Good call, horses. That would be awful. Could you imagine killing and slaughtering a horse? That would be awful. That would be the worst thing.
The neighbor I threw hay for, he used to have to do that during the war.
The war? So you a time traveler?
No, he was 80 years old.
He was a time traveler. Wait, which war? Just the war?
I don't know.
World War II. The Great War. Yeah, the war.
World War II. Look, I never asked, man.
Oh,
I don't want to be like, so back in Nam, what'd you do?
old Steve. Don't ask Stevie about the war.
Yeah.
Don't ride horses no more.
Yeah, but like, so if you ever wanted to like have your kids go through like a month, like a summer of like finding themselves and like learning hard work, you ship them out to the farm.
Yeah, just not Stevie's farm. He might be some filet mignons.
But like literally, the hay bale is like 70, 80 pounds a piece.
No, dude.
So you're getting like ripped while doing it.
I did throw those as a kid for sure. We go get hay for the horses.
But no, so in true Louisiana
Rip
fashion,
your fingers.
So in true Louisiana fashion, my parents also live on a plantation. It's called Lucky Plantation.
Shout out.
And so that's just again to put the bow on the Louisiana picture.
Bam. Wow.
Welcome to the brand new Falaya mobile app. We took all the same tech that's helped hundreds of people sell their homes themselves and packed it into an easy-to-use app for your phone. When you download the Falaya mobile app on either the Apple or Android App Store, you'll immediately be able to see the power of this game-changing tool. From the seller's dashboard, you can navigate to all the information that you need. We intentionally separated everything into key groups, such as tasks to be completed, buyer leads for your listing, and contact information for everyone involved through closing. When you get an offer on your property, you can simply review and respond all within the app. No matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to monitor everything that's going on with your property from listed to sold. It's truly the power of Falaya in the palm of your hand. Download the app and see for yourself. Falaya, it's real estate reimagined.
Dude, how about Struma? I love that place.
Love it.
Dude, John's the best. He's incredible.
He's done a lot of work over there.
Oh, he's done so much work. Their whole family's incredible. He's a filmmaker. He's an incredible filmmaker.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Old War School.
We did his episode in Estruma with like all of his film paraphernalia on the wall. It was fantastic.
I need to call that dude. He was really kind of me. He met me, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, different season of searching and finding my way, and he was really helpful and really kind.
You got some Longhorns out there.
Yeah, I know. So we went there back in May, June, a couple months ago, and it was cooler than it was when I went 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just never think to go because it's so far. It feels so far out there.
It's a 20-minute drive.
It's like St. Francisville. It's not that far. It's 20, 30 minutes.
It's closer than St. Francisville.
Right. Well, yeah, it's true. It's a little closer.
Well, from Mid-City, it's closer.
That's right. Wow. Yeah, I need some goat's milk for sure.
We thought about for the longest time just calling some film crew and saying, hey, why don't you come check this out? Come check out a day in the life on Lucky Plantation.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's a show for sure.
Had my neighbor chase a cow with a minivan.
Yep. And this is why people love Louisiana.
He got caught on an old telephone. Me to get a chainsaw. I got the telephone out from under the van.
No.
Yes.
Bro.
It was like this tall and he didn't see it, so he just drove right over it and just stopped.
A telephone pole?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we had to get like a chainsaw and cut it and like free the car.
Bro. got crawfish coming out of your pockets.
No, out of the pool.
Goat milk just in the pool. You put crawfish in the pool?
No, they would make their way into the pool.
Oh, yeah.
To drink all the goat's milk that they'd filled the pool with.
That's right. There we go.
Oh, yeah. My family's got like a well in the back. Like, oh, I'm telling you, it's...
Wow.
It's
they still out there just holding it down?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's a family compound out there, man.
Wow. I'm trying to get into the compound life.
So we would do, for family events, we would have like skeet shooting contests
Yeah.
in the backyard. The main thing was you got to stop shooting when you get to the height of the goat shed, because anything below that may hit a cow.
That's right.
And we already have dinner on the table.
That's right. We don't want any more.
That's right.
We got plenty. Golly, you pretty good shot? Yeah, you pretty good shot.
I mean, I wouldn't want to run in front of me.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to rob your house.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, wouldn't do that. Someone broke into my truck over the weekend. Well, I say that. Okay, this is crazy. I lock everything compulsively always. I guess maybe I didn't realize it was like a crack in my door or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't hear my truck go, hey, I'm not locked, as trucks do. And so they rummaged through my stuff. Didn't take it. Took my ID. So I should probably call my bank.
Probably.
I mean, you're a CPA. What do I do in this situation?
Yeah.
Should probably call Credit Karma and just tell them to just stop all the things.
Yeah.
But didn't take my laptop. Didn't take anything. I think they were looking for guns and money.
Yeah.
And then they break into
something quick.
That's right. Super quick. And they were broken my sister. She lives with a sister-in-law's car, but she's parked at my in-laws, which we live right behind.
You were on a family compound already. You just don't know.
Yeah, but we're mid-city. It's like, whatever.
Mid-compound.
That's right. And then my brother-in-law, who plays football at the Naval Academy, someone shattered his window, broke into his truck in Annapolis, in Maryland, the same night.
Oh. Yeah, as I said, it sounds very Nashvilleian.
Yeah, no.
That's, my buddy lives in Nashville, and he said their entire apartment complex, every single one had the window smashed. One night they came, 30 cars.
That's horrible. No. I'm sorry, not Nashville, Annapolis.
No, I know, but I'm saying that sounds very Nashvilleian.
I see what you mean. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
At least here, they just try to see if your door's unlocked.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
it's not. Yeah, but how crazy is that? All three in one night in 2 different states.
Oh, dude, I've got. You're not stepping. I got my cameras grid zone on my house. Like you're not.
Bro.
You're not coming to see me without me knowing it.
They were just out of my little. They were in a blind spot. That's on me.
That's on you.
That's on me.
That's on you.
I got some Amazon floodlights headed my way.
Yeah. This show is brought to you by Ring Camera.
Bing bong. I'm a Simply Safe man. I'm a Simply Safe.
Oh, Simply Safe. My bad.
That's right.
Forget Ring.
Honestly, for the longest time, I thought, can I say an old sponsor that y'all had?
Sure.
Or do you have it? Do you still have them?
I have no idea.
It was like a real estate app or something?
Falaya.
Yeah.
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 They're still a sponsor.
Okay, cool. I thought that this was their podcast just because all I would see was like clips of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Falaya. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That was the tech part.
Yeah. And at some point, someone was like, no, that's not Fly. That's just, oh, that's cool. So
yeah, I was back at the tech part.
Yeah. And their whole thing is like no hassle real estate deals, basically, right?
Yeah, basically it's you can scale at whatever transaction level you want to buy or sell a house. So it's like for sale by owner, but you actually have like all of the data and the processes from a real estate agent embedded in the app.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, and now he's like, I think he just got into Florida. He's like across the Gulf South.
Real estate and law are going to get wrecked by AI. My goodness.
Yeah, no,
good for him.
And
That's
he
incredible.
like they did all these videos. Like, oh, here's a video. Like, okay, now you've listed your house. Here's what to expect next.
Yep.
Okay, here's what you need to remember, keep out for when you do a showing. And so it's like, do you list on MLS? Like all that stuff, and you can do your tier, whatever tier you want.
Yeah.
So it's like you can pay $250 and sell your house for $250.
Like I think there is a real case to be made for like when a real estate agent is like my close friend, Josh McIntyre. So you want to buy a house? You call him. He will take good care of you. Because he's that white glove, high touch, high service, taking care of people, like really white carpet, like rolling out. So like that commission is well earned. A lot of the time, that's not the case. Like I bought our house for sale by owner. It's like, great. You can save that commission, but good for them for creating an ecosystem or solution for people who are bent that way, have the propensity to want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like you can get up to a real estate percentage commission, and you'll get a real estate agent. But like,
Yeah, smart. Oh, so he's connecting to. That's smart.
so it's
So it's a lead in,
it's
it's a lead
whatever
gen.
it's whatever scale you want to do
It's
it.
just an ecosystem.
Yeah, it's however much what's a la carte. What you
Yeah.
want.
Is he from the Bayou?
Yeah, that's the whole
Falaya.
falaya.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
the Atchafalaya.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's Louisiana.
It's Louisiana brand.
What are you most proud of about Louisiana? Like, what do you hope people like? What's something about Louisiana that that other people knew and perceived rightly that they would also just be raving fans and want to move here?
How easy it is to connect to anyone you want to. Number one. Followed with how genuinely friendly people are here. Case in point. I go to the grocery store, Calandro's, on Government Street.
The best.
And
Drive by every day.
I'm leaving there with my boy, who's 4. And the guy's little buggies, right?
Yep.
He loves that.
Best.
Now we have to get 2 because my little girl, if you don't have one, she's on the floor, and next time I'm like picking her up by her dress and like walking her through the store.
Yep.
So we get 2 now, even if we need like 1 apple. And so he like helps me get everything off the shelves. He brings it, puts it on the counter and everything, wheels the cart over and puts it away and all that stuff. And as we're walking out of the store, an employee walks up and goes, "Hey man, we just want to say thank you so much for helping out here today. Here's $1 tip for you. We're going to be hiring next week." I'm like, I don't know this guy. This guy doesn't know me. But he just walked up and was like, saw my son being, I guess, well-behaved or whatever it was.
And gave him $1.
He gave him $1. And my boy, like, "Daddy."
He's a millionaire. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, he just made his day.
Right.
Never seen this man.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about him. He just walked. And I'm just like, you're not going to get that at a Dallas grocery store. You're not going to get that in a New York grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, that is us.
Yeah.
You walk in and the people that are shopping in the store with you.
Yeah.
You know everybody. And if I want to find out who is the best person for XYZ, I know it's one connection, not 3 or 4. It's one connection.
Yeah.
Like we're all Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. That's the campaign. Goat milk, Kevin Bacon. Welcome to Louisiana. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And, I had some people
Y'all
from
my cousins.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I had some people from LA, and they were like, I said, "You ever been to an LSU game before?" They go, "No, like we've gotten tickets, we just don't go tailgate, like we don't know anybody." I'm like, you don't need to know anybody.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
You just walk.
Yeah.
Park somewhere and just walk through campus.
You'll make a friend.
You're gonna make a friend. You're gonna be fed. You're gonna drink and be merry.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be at that tailgate every single weekend.
Yep.
Like that's just what it is.
Where y'all tailgate?
Wherever.
Really?
We have a few people we just roam about.
Okay, cool. Y'all don't have like a
we move and
one
roam
out
about the cabin.
there. Nice.
When you have 2 kids and you kind of just
Yeah, you kind of go with the flow.
you go with
that.
the flow.
I feel that. That's awesome.
So, speaking of time,
Are we out? Is it time?
we're at a tape.
we ran out of batteries.
But to wrap it up, we
Yes.
got 4 questions we ask every guest.
Oh, cool! I should have watched to the end of some episodes. Be prepared.
It's okay. You're just another statistic for us.
There you
The
go.
view rate,
Oh,
the
goodness.
completion rate. What is something you did as a kid you wish you could still do today? And it's not milking goats. We've already covered that.
Something I did as a kid and I can still do today.
You wish you still could do today.
Feel small. Like
Okay.
for the world to feel really big and me to feel really small in it. And I think just like to know less, to have that sense of childhood innocence and not worry about news, taxes, mortgages, all the things that come with being an adult, just to kind of have that blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
And like definitely
I thought you meant being shorter than 6'4".
that's right. Being smaller than you are now. And going with my mom and my brother to Blockbuster and renting an N64 because we couldn't afford one, and then just playing the hell out of it all weekend, just not sleeping. That's the pretty treasured memories.
I love the N64.
Oh man, it came in this big old. That's a deep cut for sure.
I feel like bringing something like that back would actually do well now, as like a nostalgia feel.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like you hit the people that have young enough kids to play video games.
Yeah.
That remember all of that technology.
Oh yeah.
And you bring it back.
Yeah. I've got like the remade emulated version of the NES and SNES. Got my Switch.
And then you download the N64 app on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And then Super Nintendo on the Switch.
Yeah. It's cool. I haven't done that yet.
It's free.
Oh, is it really?
It's free.
Okay. Well.
You know what you're doing tonight.
We're going to the beach tomorrow. There goes my weekend. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
So what are like 3 lessons you learned along the way?
3 lessons I've learned along the way. Being fully known isn't as scary as you might think that it is. That's one. I think another one would be it's always good to slow down. Whether that's pace of life, before communicating back in some way when you're emotionally charged, publicly, privately, email, text, post, whatever. It's always good to just let that first draft cool off. Get it out and just
Let it simmer.
let it simmer for a few days.
A little marination.
That's right. Let your brain clear out. Let your prefrontal cortex calm down and sounder minds prevail, then make decisions. So yeah, slow down. Being fully known is always worth it and less scary than you think. And Lewis said this best comparison is the thief of joy. But I think gratitude is the remedy. I just find that when I am slowed down and I am of a more sober mind and I am really present and connected, that's when I can really see the amount of blessings in my life. And yeah, it's just like really hard to be grateful when your life is really fast. And so I'm just at this point in my life, I'm just trying to find excuses to write thank you letters. And I just recently learned this, that entrepreneur, oh goodness, Jesse, what's his name? He has crazy curly hair. I think his wife started Spanx or something. Anyways, he's this incredibly, I wish I knew his name. I should know his name. I can see his face. But like, I just learned about his story. Like he would write thank you letters like every day. Like someone met with lunch for him, thank you letter. Someone gave him a call, thank you letter. Like handwritten.
Wow.
Which is part of his day. It's like I'm trying to make that part of my day. And I realized that he did it, and I was like, oh wow, this is great. I keep wanting to call you I keep wanting to call you Nick, like the I don't know, it's an All In podcast or whatever. Like they like their Jay is like hey, look up this thing and throw it up on the screen. I keep wanting to be like, hey, can you look up this guy's name?
Almost there.
That's right.
It's right where it's loading.
That's right. Yeah, get it faster. But yeah, I mean, just like I'm just trying to find excuses to like find things to be grateful for and expressing that gratitude in clear ways for myself and for others. So I think those feel right.
What is something you love about Baton Rouge?
Something I love about Baton Rouge. It's just the people, man. Like, I think it can be really easy to kind of crap on Baton Rouge for sure. But again, in the spirit of slowing down and being grateful, it's like I met my wife here. We love our church. It's here. Had a great time at Dunham and at LSU, high school and college. Made some amazing friends there. I mean, clients that are from here that have, you know, I like my business and I only exist because people allow me to. Same with like, and so the fact that I've been able to do this as long as I've done this now, almost 14 years next month, being from here, and definitely seasons of, you know, our Airstream stint on the road and, but being based here and being from here, yeah, I'm just grateful for the people here. I think it's like you said, it'd really be hard pressed to find people who, you know, would just give you the shirt off their back. There's no like pretense, you know, like in these other cities where the economy is driven a lot by entertainment or by other forms of success, maybe finance, whatever. Not that we don't have those things here. There is this kind of, I've observed at least, this like silent, like, hey, where you from? How, yeah, okay. Like people kind of sizing you up, looking at what you're wearing and, you know, how you're, you know, like who you're wearing. Right. And like,
Right.
So what do you do? And it's like, and then you're just thin sliced in terms of like what you can offer them. And here, I think people are just like, who's your daddy? What's your last name? Where are you from? You know what I mean? Like, who, you know,
You going to the game this weekend?
That's right.
What'd you have for dinner?
That's right. Yeah. Like, what are your kids up to? What do they do? What league are your kids in? Oh yeah, it'd be great.
It's a genuine level of curiosity.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah. And I love that. I think I think, and I'm choosing to believe more and more that I think Baton Rouge is poised and in a position to surprise a lot of people in a really good way. And I see it in the clients I work with here and the companies we've helped start here. Like we helped launch an incredible coffee company called Backbone Coffee with a lovely gentleman named Chris Nance. We did all their branding and stuff. They're from here. They're making it happen. My brother-in-law, one at Naval Academy playing football, him and his buddies out of high school from Parkview started Range Fit. They're an electrolyte company. There is this entrepreneurial spirit of people like doing the kinds of things that, you know, would I think surprise you. So I guess I'm trying to say is I feel excited and I feel, you know, I don't know, even just after spending time with you tonight, just the fact that you take time away from your family to come and do this, take time and money to rent this space or buy the space or build the space and all the tools you have to make that, like, this is an investment. Of course, like, you know, for you as a person too, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't get the sense you're like doing this to like be some thought leader and have this big lead gen magnet. You know what I mean? To like, it's like,
I'm leading them to the state. That's my lead gen.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's not like, hey, great episode. How are we looking for April? You know what I mean? Have you filed for your extension yet? I think like I get the sense that you're just really trying to bring people together. And so, yeah, I think like, for a place that has the best people, I'm just excited for like that to be reflected in the holistic quality of life on someone when someone comes in and experiences Baton Rouge in a weekend, like when the Lakes project will be done. And when, you know what I mean? Like there's just momentum, like when the Perkins Road overpass is going to be finally lit up and safe and cool and green and beautiful and more restaurants. It's just like more, like the Baton Rouge is becoming more. And I've seen it become more in the past 10 years. And I'm just, you know, I think that momentum is great. We just need, you know, 30 to 50 more banger restaurants, another dozen banger, you know, coffee shops, not too many more podcasts. Okay.
We got a lot.
But yeah, I think I feel excited and proud of what it is. And I think what it's becoming. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So what can I do to help you?
Man, that's so kind. Thank you for asking. Man, I think you're already doing it. You're trying to put our little not ugly stepchild, but misunderstood cousin on the map. You know, it's like, oh, Louisiana, New Orleans, like, sure, I guess you go there if you want to get shot or herpes, but you know, it's like buy some hobo stab insurance before you show up. No, I love New Orleans. It's great. But yeah, I think you're already doing it, man. I think this is just awesome that you're creating time and space and presence to like interview folks who are from here, who are trying to do good work here, trying to make the city better. And, you know, so yeah, I think, you're already doing it, man. What can I do for you?
How are we looking for April?
You did not want to do my taxes. You'd be so mad at me. You'd be like, dude, come on.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, my CPA told me, it's just like, yeah, your member draw account does not need to be a business account. You can just make it personal because you're a pass-through. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Yeah, good to know.
Good to know. That makes entirely a lot of sense, but wish I would have, saved me $15 a month.
I don't know, man. Just if you got somebody that's make a good guess, just connect us. Send them our way.
Yeah, brother. I've got some people for you. I do. Definitely do.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to say.
It's to get the stories out there to be like, this is who we are. These are the people that are here, the businesses, the brands that have been built and founded and stuck here for a specific reason. And let's showcase the reason.
It'd be good to, I won't say which brands, but it'd be good to those bigger brands to get their offices out of Dallas and back here. You know what I mean? Let's keep HQ here. You know what I mean? Take a book out of Lamar's playbook and keep it in our backyard. Keep our tax revenue here. Keep our people here. You know. Yeah, man. I would say too, man. Like, this isn't just for me. You don't. Yeah. In fact, don't hire me for saying this. But man, support your local filmmaker. You got a whole working class of really talented folks here from the film industry that's really struggled since all the laws changed. That's going to get better, I think. But yeah, man, like, you know, support your local filmmaker, hire them, pay them what they're worth. You don't go to a doctor's office and ask like, well, can you do, you know, go to your dentist and be like, can you do it for this much? You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's incredible.
Do you have a tiered version?
That's right.
Like, can I get half a root canal?
I need 3 options actually for that root canal, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like support the local creative, because like, again, you look at city planning, you said it's like what makes great cities great, right? It's like when there's a quality of opportunity, right, for folks from all walks of life. That's like baseline, of course. And food and transportation. But then like beyond that, when you go into like less like lower hierarchy, but like secondary hierarchy, it's like creative and it's food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have, and of course all with that comes music and entertainment, and we have a lot of that. We just need more.
Absolutely.
We just need more. So
thank you for stopping in, man.
Hey, thanks for making time and space. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Heck yeah, dude. Appreciate yours.
Oh yeah. So thank you everybody else for tuning in, watching, or listening, whatever form you're consuming. We'll see you next week on the new episode of the Patty G Show.